Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review for This Is a Big Rich Town. Ooh, I just come from the poorest parts. Legal or illegal, baby, I gotta make it. Listen, this is Power Season 6, Episode 2. If them motherfuckers do not want to give us what we want and change this damn beginning of this show. Okay, I know 50 did say that on his next episode is his directorial debut, and he'll change it back to the Joe version. And I hope they leave it at the Joe version, because listen, I like Trigger Trey as much as the rest. Okay, I do, but no. All right. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, they just gonna keep on messing with us. So we had to get past that. But anyway, you guys, the review, let's get to it, shall we? All right, so I only have like 15% on my phone. You guys, I'm still working out the kinks. Every week is something else, but I'm gonna get it together, you guys. Now, we're gonna get as much as this done today. I mean, right now, and then if I have to come back later, I'll just have to come back later. But I wanted to get this started on my lunch break. Now, Ghost is at the scene of the crime. He can't believe that he done shot his boy Tommy dead. Okay, at least that's what he thought when they're towing away the car. You know, he looked like he got a little tinge of regret on him, but yeah, it's done. But is it? Oh no, because Jason brings him into his office and is like, this personal matter that you had with Tommy is, you know, it's costing me money. Now you done went and shot him up and got him killed and everything. Now you gonna, listen, I'm gonna have to retaliate. Ghost don't want to start no war. All right, so he says, well, then you're gonna have to pay me $100,000 every other week. Okay, on payday. So that he doesn't retaliate. And if you can't do that, then you dead. Well, I guess, you know, the Ghost has made his decision. So he goes and he tells Proctor that he killed Tommy. But he had to do it, you guys. And Ghost just cracks me up, because he's just a whole big bunch of contradictions. Okay, now you didn't kill your boy, but that's your brother, that's your family, but you had to do it because of everything that was going on. I was just like, excuse me if we don't agree with you, Ghost. You know, he's all, I lost 2 people that I love this week, and Proctor was like, please don't tell me you're gonna go to Angela's funeral. Yes, he has to. Okay, well, if you're gonna have to go, then can you at least get Tasha? No, as a matter of fact, I'm on my way to this damn divorce proceedings, you know, mediation right now. So Tasha ain't really feeling it. While he's there talking to Ghost, though, Proctor gets a summons from the court. His baby mama is trying to take the little girl. He's like, you sure you want to get this divorce? I don't even know if it's up to Ghost. And speaking of the divorce proceedings, yeah, long story short, Tasha won't have. She done found out he got secret shit all over the place, which is usually what happens with rich men and their wives, okay? They don't need to know everything. But we don't know if she can get half because she has a prenup. And the prenup is solid, and it says that, yeah, she don't get nothing if she asks for this divorce. So Tasha's in a pretty pickle. Afterwards, you know, she goes up to Ghost and was like, you know, you asshole, you know that this money is not just for me, it's for your kids, okay? And he says, I give the kids everything that they need. And she was like, oh, really? Was Andy for the kids? And he was like, Tasha, are we still going there? I was like, yeah, Tasha, that is kind of, you know. But I guess we're going to keep giving it to him every chance that we get. But in the very same breath that he just clowned her for saying that, he says, look, I need you to go with me to this funeral. I mean, you can't fault it. I mean, that Ghost gonna just say it, right? And let the chips fall where they may. But she was just like, are you kidding me? He says, look, we need to maintain this united front, or people are not gonna think that we innocent. It's gonna be a problem. So yeah, I need you to come. Make sure that they don't find out about what we was doing with Angela, all of that. So she was just like, okay, fine. But you know what, Ghost? I need you to not go after Tommy. Okay, I know you're mad at him and everything, but it will be just too hard on the kids. And he says, okay, you know, no going after Tommy. And she just kind of looks like, ain't this something? Okay, now he think he dead, and he's sitting up here telling me that he not gonna come after Tommy. I said, well, that's Ghost for you. Speaking of Tommy, looks like Tommy, you know, he ain't got his Mustang no more, so he's been Ubered by Tariq of all people. I guess he ain't got no debit card. He thanks Tariq for the ride, and Tariq was just like, well, what happened to your car? And he'll have to tell you later. All right. But yeah, thanks. Good looking out. All right. When Tariq gets off of the phone with him, we see that Tariq is still drug dealing at the school. And Tariq done got Big Willie style. You know, not only is he the drug dealer, he got to put his roommate up on game too. Listen, everybody gonna go through you. Okay. $30, you get 10, I take the rest. All right, and everybody pick up the drugs to you. Okay, the first lesson that he learned, okay, from his dear daddy Ghost: never show them who you are, never get your hands dirty. Now, Tommy, he goes and speaks to his crew, okay, the Keystone Cops. I tell you, they just the dummies of the, and then I'm looking at Tommy, and I was like, did anybody else get the feeling that they made Tommy increasingly more stupid this season? Am I the only one that's getting that? Anyway, he goes and tells his crew that, we got to move this weight, and as far as the streets, everybody think that he's dead right now, so he got to keep a low profile. Okay, don't ask me no more questions, just do what I said. Let's move this weight, let everybody think that I'm dead. So then, after he leaves there, he goes to see his girl Keisha. I guess that's his bottom bitch now. Okay, so she wants to know if he killed Ghost, and he said that he thought about it, but he really can't do it because he just can't do that to Tasha and the kids. And she was just like, what about me? Ghost didn't think about me when he was shooting at you. Don't nobody think about you, girl, because you ain't. What is you? I'll tell you, these new hoes, child. Anyway, she's all upset. So she's trying to go off on Tommy. Then there's a knock at the door, and the child completely loses her mind. Oh my God, what if that's the police? What if they coming after me? Girl, now listen, if you gonna be the bottom bitch, then I'm gonna need you to get some, can you please calm the fuck down? What if they found out about the gun? What if I was just like, you ain't never seen Tasha do none of that. See, that's why you can't do this. You not cut from the same cloth. So she's all panicking. Then she finally calms her ass down, goes to the door, and it's Tasha, okay? And she got an attitude. Tasha was like, have you seen Tommy? And Tommy's in the background like, hey, Tasha. And then, Keisha gets in front of him, and she was just like, I meant what I said. Don't come back around here, okay? Trying to go off on Tasha. And Tommy was like, hey, what? She closed the door in his face, and he was like, why you gonna do that? That's your best friend. And she was like, she ain't shit to us no more, and you need to stop fucking with her. I said, look at her trying to put her foot down. Like Tommy really gonna listen. Girl, please. And so then when Tasha leaves there, she goes on back home, and we see Donovan and the extremely annoying detective. They on their way to talk to Tasha, okay? They want to question her about Terry Silva because nobody knows his whereabouts. So, they're all like, you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? And she was just like, I've been trying to look for him myself. Maybe I ought to join you guys. They try to question her, but she's like, I'm not answering no questions without my lawyer. But yeah, she ain't had nothing to do with him missing. Then old extremely annoying detective goes off on a whim, and she says, you wouldn't know anything about Angela Valdez's death, would you? And she says, I was sorry to see her go, basically. Bitch, get off my damn doorstep. She closes the door, and Donovan was like, well, what was that? She was just like, well, she knows that Tasha knows something. Okay, maybe they ought to put a tail on her. But he was like, they're never going to go for this. But see, this is the kind of things that let you know that old girl is kind of willing to do whatever it takes, and even do some illegal shit if she can get what she wants out of this case. So that's just to let you guys know. Now, we see Overly Dedicated. He's talking to Proctor's baby mama. Okay, and he think that he about to, baby girl done got sobered up and smart. All right, he's slick. Now remember, the girl is smart. She just was on drugs, but she got her law degree and all of that. So yeah, if you want some information out of me, then you guys need to give me a job. And he was like, yeah, they'll never hire you here. She said, no, I didn't say here. I said at some big firm that we all know about. You on and put in a good word for me, and I'm sure you being a federal prosecutor, that will seal the deal. Okay, it's all in who you know. And then he gives her this little stuffed animal, something, we don't really know the importance of this little thing yet. All right, but we will in a little bit. Ghost goes to tell Tariq about the bad news about Uncle Tommy. Okay, because he felt like it should come from him. Tariq ain't got time to be sit up here. Who is it, Ghost? What happened now? Okay, let me know. I was like, this motherfucker. He didn't grew some hair on his balls, y'all. Ghost is looking at him like, mother Autumn. I said, please back slap him, okay? Because that's what he need. He need a bitch slap. He don't need to be punched. Sometimes that shit'll knock all some humility into you. I said, just bitch slap the fool, and maybe he'll get some. But no, Ghost don't do that. Okay, so he tell him about Uncle Tommy and him getting killed and all of this. Him killing Angela and some shit that he don't understand and yada, yada, yada. Okay, Tariq over there pouting as usual. And, Ghost was like, I just wanted to let you know from the horse's mouth. Okay, got that ass. So when he leaves, Tariq calls Tommy. It was just like, my dad was just here talking about you was dead. And Tommy was like, yeah, because he don't know I'm alive. He thinks that he killed me. And Tariq was like, well, I thought you guys were family. Tommy said, yeah, I thought we were too. But obviously, your dad don't feel that way anymore. So Tariq says, well, what you gonna do about my dad? And Tommy still don't know. And he says, well, just can you let me know ahead of time? Before you make any moves. And Tommy says he will, kind of smirks to himself. And I'm thinking to myself, and what you gonna do, Tariq? What you gonna do, little nigga? He ain't gonna do nothing. He get on my nerves. He gets on my nerves. So Tommy, after that little conversation with Tariq, he goes and tells Tasha, what exactly went down. And, Tasha is frustrated with Ghost too, because this divorce proceeding is going on, and now it's looking like she ain't gonna get to the money like she thought that she was. Maybe Ghost is better off dead, okay? Because she knows she's the beneficiary, and she knows she'll get the money that way. So now the wheels is turning. And he says, well, you know what, Tasha, I got you no matter what. If even if you don't get anything from Ghost. And she was like, please, Keisha ain't gonna go for that. I said, girl, Keisha don't have no say here. Don't worry about Keisha. He was like, I don't know, Tasha. I don't know how it's gonna work out because Keisha freaked out when you came to the house. She was all worried that it was the police and everything. And she was like, girl, listen, boy, just calm her down. Go get her a bag. She one of them types, just happy. You just throw a little something her way and she fine. But Tommy knows that maybe Keisha might be a problem. And you guys know Tommy ain't got no problem with getting rid of problems. Something tells me that it's gonna come down to Keisha doing something to Tasha, and Tommy might kill Keisha. Now, you cannot touch his family. Now, we see Angie's sister, and she is texting Jamie. At least we think that's who she's texting, saying that, you owe it to me that I need to speak to you, because I think she realizes that she ain't got no money for this funeral. The immediate answer comes back, okay, where? So she meets with who we thought was going to be Jamie, but it turns out it was Tasha. And the sister gets the whole 411 on who dropped kicked who. On, the shit that Angie was doing with Tasha and, Ghost, how they were all kind of working together. But, Tasha and Angie, the way Tasha made it seem was sort of like, Angie had her bag, so now Tasha was kind of working with her. Yeah, it's crazy. It don't really make much sense considering, your sister stole my man. But we hadn't moved past that. Now, you don't want to blow this out the water because, your sister has secrets too. Now, we don't want none of that to come out. So she done gave sis something to think about. All right. Then afterwards, she texts Tommy, like, do you know Angie's sister? Like, is she going to be a problem? And then all of a sudden, here comes that extremely annoying detective with that smug ass look on her face. Why didn't you tell me that you were at his apartment? Okay, she said, because we was fucking. All right, now, are you happy? Well, all extremely annoying detective wants to know is who else would want, Angie dead. And Tasha was just like, I do not know, lady. Please leave me alone. Now we see Proctor's custody battle. And like I said, baby girl done sobered up. And honey, she gonna make this happen. She's representing herself. She works for this big firm. Proctor's like impossible. But yeah, she works there now. And she gonna get her girl back. So all this back and forth between the two of them, the judge was like, listen, enough of this. I've heard enough. Okay, talking about her being on cocaine and he got her hooked on cocaine and all of that. She says, the little girl's 9 years old. She's old enough to have an opinion. Bring her to my chambers. We gonna meet there in 5 minutes. Okay. So then they bring the little girl to the chambers, and the judge was just like, little girl, would you like to let me know who you would like to go with? Okay, and she got both Proctor and the mama standing there staring her down. Okay, and the little girl, she don't know what to do. I was like, why would you do that with the mother and the father in the room, have to force this girl to make some sort of decision? Like Proctor said, we need to leave, but they were like, no, the little girl's gonna say, and she just starts crying. And finally, Proctor was like, fine. Okay, you see what you're doing to her? And that he went to the little girl's aid, not the daughter. The mama. So that should let you know who has the most instinctual love for this little girl. But he was like, fine, we'll share custody. And the mom was just like, I thought you'd see it that way. Now let's talk about Ghost. He goes to see our old boy, prospective Governor Tate. What was his name? I forgot. Did I call him something special? So many things, you guys. Hold on. What's up, Jada? I'm sorry, you guys. That's Jada. So anyway, yeah, he goes to talk to Governor Tate. And Mr. Tate was like, listen, well, I know what's going on now. I don't know what's going on, but I do know that you involved. There's all kind of shit around you and it's bad. Listen, I'm going to get this seat. And I can't afford for you to be costing me this governorship. So what is the dilly? And, you know, Jamie was like, well, James, I'm sorry. He has 3 names I have to remember. James was like, you know, hey, I want what you want. Okay, this Queen's whatever it's called thing is not gonna go through if you don't get the seat and, you know, we don't get the support. So I'm all in. Like, I'm good. You ain't gotta worry about me. I'm not gonna mess up nothing. So they having a press conference. It's so funny that he's even got a chance in this governorship. He seems just shady just looking at him, you know, but he's doing his press conference and a question is asked. Not a question asked. Actually, there is a person there who is from the neighborhood, and he stands up and blurts out how, you know, we don't know too much about Governor Tate, and then, you know, we know that James St. Patrick's was a dope boy back in the day selling drugs on the corner, and, you know, he ain't really out there for the community, and he not trying to do this, and go on and on and on. So, you know, one thing that Ghost is good at is talking himself out of trouble. So he, you know, gets up there and says, yeah, you know, I did do some things back in the day that I'm not proud of, but, you know, I turned my life around, you know, basically, and now he's there for what is the name of it? Queens? What is it called? Queens Project or something. Now he wanna make good on his promise, and he wants to help the community and all of this, you know. The whole time, you know, old Governor Tate is standing there next to him like, okay, James, I got it. But no, James does this whole long speech. And afterwards, you know, Governor Tate is mad. I thought I told you to, you know, stand back and all of this. And again, James was like, hey, your success is my success. Don't you worry about it. I got you, boy. I got you. Well, you better not drag me down in your shit. And he was like, don't you worry about it at all. And Jamie don't even worry nothing about no damn Governor Tate. So when Ghost is leaving from that little thing, you know, Tommy's across the street. He's watching. Looks like he's about to try to do his attack then. But nope. Something is thrown over his head. He's thrown into a van and he's kidnapped. Now, where is he taken? The same place that Ghost was taken, to Jason's office. And Tommy was like, why'd you do that? I had a good beat on him. I was about to, you know, kill him. And Jason was like, listen, no, we not doing that. You gonna cost me money, and I'm about sick of all of this. It's gonna be too much heat if you kill him. So Tommy was like, well, if I can't kill him, then you set me up to die. And he says, well, I got one better for you. You gonna pay me for protection. And if there's any problems, if you late with my money, then I'm gonna let my boys kill you. All right. And I was like, well, look at Jason. Okay. Playing them both. How long is that gonna last? But whatever. He got to go back to his bottom bitch at the house. Okay. So he goes back to Keisha's house, and, you know, they celebrating how good everything is right now. And, you know, he gives her, I got you something. And it's a bag. She's, oh, you know, where'd you get this from? What made you decide to get this? Okay. It's the Chanel bag. And she was like, the only person that knew that I wanted this bag was Tasha. You been talking to Tasha? Don't be talking to Tasha. I said, girl. And Tommy is just sitting there like dumbfounded, like he can't believe she's saying all this. Like I said, they made him stupider this season, because the old Tommy would have been like, bitch, who you think you talking to? How long he gonna be putting up with this shit from Keisha? But she tries to explain to him how she gonna be there for him and everything, but I'm gonna need you to stop talking to her, okay? I'm the one you can come and confide into. Yeah, we saw how you handled it with that door knock. So tell me everything, and I'm keeping the bag. Go on and keep it, girl. There's more where that came from. Now, Tasha's so frustrated with Ghost. She goes and tells him how, you know, this whole thing with the money is really messing it up, and, you know, how he fucked up her future because of Terry. And he was like, psh, well, no future with Terry. I guess a dog would know, right? So, you know, he was just like, you need to get over that shit. She was like, my man gone and all of this. And he says, I don't have no money because of Jason. Okay, he's shaking me down. She says, well, that sounds like that's a personal problem. But she need this damn money. Okay, she didn't came up to his apartment and everything. He was mad when she came in. I thought I changed the locks. I told him you couldn't come in here. But he was like, fine, Tasha, I'll give you some money, but don't come to my house no more. Ain't that about a bitch? I said, oh, that James is something else, child. He's something else. Now, Tariq at school. He Big Willie. Remember I told you, he got his drug deal. He got his boy that's running this shit on the streets. He's all excited about the money he made. He come in there, he was like, hey, listen, it's this girl, she real fine, she want to talk to you, and she said if she don't get to meet you, then she gonna turn us in. So Tariq goes to meet the girl, and she's a cute little, black girl, look like she might be mixed or whatever, and she's all like, I can't believe that you as a black man is on this campus selling these drugs. Okay, like it's a bad look, you need to stop. She's giving them the whole act. But Tariq is looking at her like, I can put you to work and you can make all kinds of money. Whatever you doing, that work for study kind of thing that you're doing, yeah, we can do way better than that. And of course, she's just sort of like, no, she ain't doing that. You ain't right, yada, yada, yada. Now, Governor Tate, he about fed up with Ghost. So he's in his office with his assistant, and they have the man that tried to put James on the spot into his office. And the guy is real, he leery, he don't know what he there for, and they were like, oh, we just kind of want you to maybe do a little research for us, do a little background check on James St. Patrick, and we'll give you some money, but we're gonna keep this on the low, we're not gonna say nothing. So when the guy leaves, Tate's assistant was like fussing at him like, you shouldn't be doing this isn't ethical. He's trying to take that route. Do you know who you dealing with? No, he don't know. So Tate go on and bust a fool in his mouth just so he'll know. Ain't nobody asked you, homeboy. I'm gonna need you to man the fuck up. We got a funeral to go to. And everyone is going. We see everybody getting ready. Angie's sister, before the funeral, the funeral director comes in there and she's thinking that he's coming to ask for money, but he said that it's already been handled. And so she's not really sure. So she calls Overly Dedicated, and Overly Dedicated was like, still giving her the runaround. Oh yeah, we still ain't got to the money yet, because they told her that it was some problems with Angie's benefits. I'm not sure if I told you guys that. Okay, so he's like, yeah, we're not sure we can get this money, but as soon as we get it, I'm gonna get it to you. So she's like, okay, who paid for it then? Because she already told James that he couldn't, even though he could have still did it, but So then, once she realizes that it wasn't Jamie and that it was Tasha, she just sends her a text message and says thanks. Okay, and then she turns off the phone, she puts it into the casket with Angie, and she says that your secrets will die with you. And so that's that. Now, the funeral. Everybody is there. Tamika, extremely annoying detective, Overly Dedicated committee member Donovan. There's so many people there, including Ghost and Tasha. Everybody's looking like, cannot believe that they even had the nerve to come up in here. That's Ghost loving his life. We can't be concerned about his wife being with him. Okay, Angie's old work is there. Y'all remember old boy that helped with the Jimenez case, that she helped him with the Jimenez case, and now he's supposed to be one of their witnesses is supposed to be testifying the next day. All right. Yeah, overly dedicated. He didn't even know. I said, y'all don't know shit. That's what's wrong with you. So anyway, we get on with this funeral. It was nothing touching to me. Poor James, he looked like he's upset, as upset as James can look. He always looks upset. We get through it. They give the sister the flag because she's a government, federal worker. And then right when the funeral is about to be over, Tommy pulls up, and child, Ghost looked like he saw a ghost. He's looking like, he goes and gives his condolences to Angie's sister, and then he just stands there and stares Ghost down. Okay, and Ghost was like, Tasha, did you know that Tommy was alive? And she was like, yep. Okay. There's one for Tasha. And I love to see when Tasha can get the one up on Ghost. It ain't too often. Now we see Tariq and the black girl, and long story short, it looks like the black girl's gonna get caught up in all of this. She's either gonna be the reason that Tariq stops, or she gonna get in it full force, and that's gonna be Tariq and the new it's gonna be the new Ghost and Tasha 2.0. You look like you do have some interest in Tariq, and I say, you guys, listen, we gonna have to, I don't know what we gonna do, because Tariq on his own is already hard to deal with, but if we got to deal with a Tariq that's consistently getting ass, if the ass is plentiful and constant, child, we ain't gonna be able to deal with this little nigga at all, for real. Then we see Proctor's little girl. Well, we just hear. Looks like she is with her mom. We started this visitation. She's there with her mom, and the mom has put that, remember that little stuffed animal thing that I said that she got earlier? At least I didn't know what it was. Turns out it's a tracking system. She put it on the little girl's backpack. It looks like Extremely dedicated is working with overly dedicated is working with extremely annoying, or, you know, he also had the same idea, but looks like they're going to try to track the, Proctor's whereabouts or listen to what he's saying. It's either a tracker or a monitor, you know, they can hear or see or something. Okay, but it's bad news. And then we see Tasha. She gets into her new apartment. I was like, where you come with these white appliances? But then it's got this really nice view and everything. I was like, that's interesting, but okay. Okay, she comes in her new apartment with her little girl, and she says, this is your new place. Go get, used to the slovenly rooms. Then we see Ghost. He confronting Jason. You told me that Tommy was dead and he's not. And Jason was like, yeah, I know I did. But it was bad business to kill him. We couldn't afford it. Ghost is trying to say like, well, I can't be paying you if the nigga's dead. Alive. What I'm doing that for? So Jason says, well, you know what? Listen, if you're going to kill him, you're going to become my new distro. And he was like, no, I'm not doing that because I'm out of the drug game. And Jason was like, yeah, I don't think that's really what it is. But if you don't do it, then who's going to do it? All right, don't really give Ghost too many choices either. Ghost's been trying to get out the drug game for 6 years, boy. They gonna keep you in it. Just go on and accept it. And lastly, you guys, we see old Dre. Brother man looked real stressed out. He looked like somebody that didn't have, like, they had a Jerry curl and they ain't been able to get to their activator in like 4 weeks. That motherfucker got his hair all braided up and everything. I said, oh Lord, they're there. And he's telling them, listen, tomorrow you're going to testify and then, you're going to disappear. We ain't got to worry about you and your little girl at all. But he upset because he just realized that Angie is dead. And he thinks that the Jimenez people got to him. But he don't know that Tommy is the one that did it. So, he looking around, he breathing and stuff. I was like, you going to be all right, Trey? Dre ain't fixing to die today, y'all. Not on his watch. Look like Dre is gonna run, or at least he gonna try. All right, rock stars, I made it. Let me get off of here while the going is getting good. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.